Alright, I am back with another Destiny 2 video. I am interrupting the Destiny 2 article I am currently writing to film this video. That article is about how the Witch Queen is free for the next 3 or 4 days. It says until the 26th, which is Sunday. Maybe the exact dates, I think the exact dates and times are probably in here, but like it would be kind of weird to stop it on Sunday morning, but we will see about that. So yes, that is the full Witch Queen campaign. All the gear, exotics, all of that stuff. You get to keep the gear. I know a lot of people were asking that. They have confirmed that. I know some people were having a little bit of trouble accessing some of it right when it went live. I'm not sure if those problems have been resolved yet at the time I'm filming this, but yeah, I don't know. If you're watching dedicated Destiny videos on YouTube, you are probably already someone who's played the Witch Queen, but if you haven't, I think the Witch Queen has the best campaign in Destiny history. Not saying it's the best expansion per se, because there's other aspects to an expansion, but just in terms of campaigns themselves, especially the legendary version of it. So definitely recommend that. All right, I'll write about that in my article, and we'll just do the TWAB for now. We did not get a big blog post yesterday, but we did get one before that, bringing challenge back to Destiny. Okay, so it is 118 hours until, I really like that they schedule these at 2 p.m. now. It used to be kind of all over the place, but they have really consistently been at 2 p.m., which has made recording stuff like this a lot better. So we are 118 hours from Nightfall. A few more things to go through. There is a new Nightfall trailer that is happening at the State of Play later today. I know they're going to mention this. We got a teaser for it, but since Sony owns Bungie now, they are no longer even a third-party partner. They're a first-party partner. So we are going to see a lot of Destiny stuff, obviously, in Sony showcases going forward. Did you read Bringing Challenge Back to Destiny? That's the blog post. Crucible updates going live with Nightfall. New details on mod customization. Loadouts, Guardian ranks, accommodations. Preview of Season 20 artifact perks. An update on the legendary... Oh, God, this is so long, isn't it? Whatever. That's fine. I love long TWABs. The Witch Queen free weekend kicks off today. Prime Gaming Rewards, updates from Destiny support, and community creations. Okay. This is stuff that already happened. All right. New trailer coming today. This is at... Wait, the live stream begins at 2 p.m. Pacific? I thought it was at 1 p.m. Pacific. Crap, I might be gone for that. Okay. Well, I'll watch it after the fact. Sorry, Noah, I'm going to be late picking you up from daycare because I got to watch a Destiny trailer. No, I think I must prioritize him. But I got to check the time on that. Wait, no. Okay, no, they're wrong. This is wrong. It says right here, 4 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so I have time. All right, the hard way. This week, the World Systems team shared an overview of the changes coming to several activities. Long story short, Destiny 2 is getting harder. Not only for those of you who love the solo Nightfalls, Grandmaster Nightfalls, but also for those who love the kind of challenges that power level disadvantages bring to the table. Those are here to stay. Very, very controversial changes made. I think they're probably for the better, but we need to hear some more details. Okay, we explained surges, threats, and overcharges. This is like kind of the new modifier buff system, strike refreshes, and the new Vanguard Ops scoring system, where higher scores will get you more rank. Power level disadvantages will make Nightfalls more challenging. Lost Sectors, Rage Dungeons, and more PvE activities will be challenging on Legend and Master. So Legend is permanently minus 15 power. You are under 15 power. Master is permanently minus 20. That includes things like Master Raids and Master Dungeons. They said they updated it with some additional info, and we totally missed some of the reward changes coming to Lightfalls and Lost Sectors, as well as some additional info on burns versus threats and surges. Wait a minute, what? Okay, hang on. We're going into this. Control F, rewards. Control F isn't working. Okay, about rewards. Okay. If anything happened when you work 6 months ahead, you also need to write blog posts. Sometimes you miss some of the elements that help with player understanding. Rewards is one of these. We did a balance pass on Nightfall and Lost Sector rewards. Starting with Nightfall, the new material reward structure looks like this. Old, small chance of 2 prisms. This is for heroic. 1 enhancement core, small chance of 2 more. New 1 enhancement prism and a medium chance at 1 more. 2 enhancement cores and a medium chance of 1 more. All right, that seems close to the same, maybe a little better. Legend, 1 enhancement prism and a small chance at up to 2 more. Small chance of 1 ascendant shard. Okay, so that's better. 2 enhancement prisms and a medium chance of up to 2 more. Oh, up to 2 more. Okay, so in theory, you could not only get an ascendant shard from Legend now, you could get like 40% of an ascendant shard just from prisms. Okay, so that's definitely better. This is not, things are not changing with like the weapon drop rates. Well, at least they're not listed here. Master, medium chance of 1 ascendant shard, 2 prisms, and a small chance of up to 2 more. Guaranteed 1 ascendant shard and a small chance of 1 more. 2 enhancement prisms and a medium chance of up to 2 more. Okay, so that's guaranteed shard now for Master, which is good because they made it a lot harder because Master is minus 20 now. You actually need to be a higher light level to get up to Master than you are up to Grandmaster. Like, you need to be 1820 for Master, and you need to be 1815 for Grandmaster, which is interesting. Okay. Grandmaster, 1 ascendant shard and a medium chance of up to 1 more. 4 enhancement prisms and a medium chance of up to 2 more. Now, it is 1 with a high chance of 1 more, so likely 2. 4 and a medium chance of up to 2 more, so that's the same. So, essentially, Master now has GM rewards, and GM rewards got better. Okay, Lost Sector Legend. Small chance of 1 enhancement core, 2 enhancement cores and a medium chance of 1 more, 1 enhancement prism and a small chance of 1 more. Okay, so you can get prisms now from Legend Lost Sectors. They are not talking about the actual drop rates of legendary gear or exotic gear. They did mention that they were going to look at them, but they also said that exotic gear is going to be farmed from the core playlist somehow too. They didn't really go into that. And for Master, small chance of up to 2 enhancement cores, 2 enhancement cores, and a medium chance at 1 more. Now you get guaranteed 1 prism and a medium chance at 1 more. Okay, so that is the rewards section. Not changing is Vanguard Ops. I think Joe Blackburn made that pretty clear in a follow-up tweet. So yes, Vanguard Ops strikes are just harder for no real... You might get increased rep gain, I guess, from the scoring system, but I think that's it. In terms of the burns... okay, so they use acute burn, so this is 25% damage from your Guardian and plus 50% to your Guardian. So they kind of just reorganized this section. I don't think there's anything different in here. I think they're just making this a little more clear because it was a little confusing. Okay, so that's an update, pretty significant update. Now we'll go back to the TWAB itself. All right, rank up Guardian, making your in-game merits more obvious and giving others the opportunity to say nice things about how you played surely must feel nice. That's why Guardian ranks and combinations are crucial additions to Destiny 2. We're revamping some of the buildcraft experience for all players with a new mod customization system and giving everyone the ability to create and switch builds on the fly with the addition of in-game loadouts. We have some questions about how these quality of life systems work, so we have more details over on the PlayStation blog today. Oh god, how many articles do I have to click on? There's nothing here. Is this not live yet? Latest posts. Okay, I don't know what's going on. This isn't up yet. I don't think. Maybe it was supposed to go up at the same time, or maybe it will go up after the save play, so I don't know what that's about. We will check back on that later. The Crucible beckons. We know you're waiting for more news regarding the Crucible. We have quick bits to share before launch, and then later in the season we'll have a bigger article with more details on playlist changes coming in the late fall and later, adjustments to competitive progression and rewards, and changes to how matchmaking will work in the near future. Next week, the competitive division freelance node is going away, as we believe Fireteam matchmaking is solving the problem it was intended to solve in a healthier way. This will merge player populations into one larger, healthier pool while still protecting smaller fire teams from getting stomped by larger, more coordinated groups. Okay, so these are competitive quality of life changes coming in Season 20. I know people were sad that the state of the game had like one sentence about competitive, so this is what's happening. Placement changes. You can now place in Platinum Division after your initial placement series matches if you were Adept or Ascendant in the previous season. Mode and map weighting. While we understand not everyone loves Rifts and Showdown, we believe these two modes stress Crucible players in different and important ways, and that, yeah, they stress Crucible players, alright, that a variety of kill and objective modes makes for a healthier ladder. However, we are lowering how common Rift and Showdown come up in play. While RNG can give any sequence of maps and modes, we expect Survival to show up roughly 2/3 of the time, and Rift and Showdown to split the other third. We've also adjusted individual map weightings for Showdown to eliminate maps the mode does not play well on. Overall, we've increased the weight of Javelin 4, of course, Endless Veil, and Ultra Flame and Competitive, and removed Disjunction and Cathedral of Dust rotation entirely. Oh, I know everyone's going to be so thrilled that Disjunction is gone. And no, that's not sarcasm. Everybody hates Disjunction. So, okay. As you start, as of the start of Season 20, you can gild the Glorious title by reaching Adept, as well as a number of other Crucible triumphs. All right. Exotic armor pieces can be just as critical to your PvP build as weapons or subclasses, aspects, and fragments. A popular move has always been to have a powerful neutral game exotic on PvP while your super is building and swap to a super enhancing exotic once your super is full and swapping back to the neutral game. Guessing they're going to make this illegal? Okay. This tends to favor players who have higher NPCs and can get in and out of menus faster. And you don't want to encourage a bunch of menu gameplay during action. We also find it an uninteresting way to gain advantage in PvP. With the prevalence of build swapping the capital loadouts, we thought we would squash this issue in high-end PvP. Oh boy, okay. In Season 20, we are introducing the not swap modifier to trials and competitive. In activities with not swap, this is supposed to be not swap or no swap? Not swap? If you change your exotic armor during the match, all of your ability energy is removed, just like if you swapped your subclass. Okay, I can see that being an acceptable comp. I thought they were going to do like locked loadouts, and that would have been really annoying. So that's good, I guess. We'll be monitoring gameplay and community discussion around this issue. We are not planning on doing this in Gambits. Oh, they mentioned Gambit. That doesn't really count though, or other Crucible playlists. We are also not planning on adding it to any PvE modes. Anywhere it might provide a meaningful advantage already has equipment locked. Yeah, too much stuff has equipment locked, and I really don't like equipment locking. More details to come in a Crucible blog post this season. Until then, you'll make Shax proud and get ready to build and save your perfect PvP loadout next week. So, whatever. What I really want to know is, are there going to be exotic armor buffs this season? We have covered literally everything except, I think, possible exotic armor buffs. There may just not be any. Like, there was so much freaking stuff happening in Nightfall that I would not be surprised if just something fell by the wayside. It might have to be handled later in the year, but I guess we'll see. Okay. Seasonal artifacts. Seasonal artifacts have been with us for a while now. We've adjusted its functionalities to better suit how you face some of the most challenging activities in Destiny 2 and to spice up the meta a bit each season. We're making several improvements to it in Nightfall, starting with the following. Artifact mods and artifact perks. Yeah, we know this, so you don't have to select them. You have 12 unlockable total, and you can reset this for no cost. So love, 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 love. This is one of the best changes they have ever made to the seasonal system, period, I think. Really fantastic. Okay, the anti-champion weapons featured on the artifact can be overcharged in higher difficulty activities. So I think that means if they're rotating, like if the overcharge lines up with that weapon, that they will be overcharged. Overcharge is what gives them 25% more damage. To accommodate these changes, Artifice Armor now has a unique mod slot that grants 3 additional points to a character set of your choice, and this is retroactive, which they did confirm this eventually, but it took them a while to do that. I'm not sure what precisely this has to do with the artifact mods. I guess. Okay. Does this just mean so you can't, or you would have been using the slot for an artifact mod before, but now you're not. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. They're showing a lot of stuff. Okay. It is an anti-barrier sidearm season. Oh, wait. Okay. Sidearms are always overcharged when that modifier is active. So this is how it works. So if you have this mod on, your weapon is overcharged. So you don't have to wait for an overcharge for an activity. They are permanently overcharged if you have this unlocked. So that's true for all of these. That's interesting. So it's not just giving them an anti-champion ability, it's giving them essentially a permanent 25% damage buff in everything. Everything where that counts. That's good. Anything with that has an overcharge modifier. Okay. Interesting. So that's anti-barrier sidearms, anti-barrier pulse rifles, overload bows, unstoppable scout rifles, and what is automatics overload? Oh, auto and submachine guns. Okay. So all of these are not just permanent anti-champion stuns when they're active, but they will also be overloaded when you have that perk active. That seems like a really big deal, especially since I guess it's more motivation to use this stuff rather than only relying on the new subclass stuns to deal with champions, so I will probably be having a lot of these on most of the time. Okay. Authorized mods solar. Armor energy cost of all mods affecting your solar weapons are discounted. Oh, this is an interesting idea. Okay, so authorized mods strand, authorized mods void. So this is like a build crafting tool that it reduces the cost of mods so you can stack more on top of each other. Oh, and for grenades too. And for multi-siphon mods. The armor energy cost of all armor mods affecting your grenades. I think that's an error. I think they repeated this one. Siphon is... Oh yeah, this has to be different than this. I don't know what's going on. But the point is, this is an entirely new column of mods, and I assume they designed this to go with the new build crafting system in an interesting way. So Solar Strand Void, they've already told us those are going to be the featured things this season with the burns, or whatever they're calling burns now. Column 3, man, is this the whole I think it's the whole artifact. Okay. Shatter Orbs. The first time you break a combatant shield, you create an orb of power. If you break the shield with a matching damage type. Was that not a Charge with Light mod or something? I thought it was. It's similar. Okay, anyway, Orbs of Powers are very important now because they are the entire basis of the new armor charge system. Defiant Armory greatly improves the benefit provided by the Noble Deeds, Nanotech Tracer Rockets, Text Balance Sock, and Ambush Origin traits. So these two are new. This is on Neomuna weapons, I'm pretty sure. And so that will just be that kind of perk. Entangler, destroying a tangle with a strain weapon suspends the target's damage by the explosion. So, tangled thing. Solar Surge, collecting a fire sprite, which is like the new elemental well for solar, gives you armor charge. That's part of that system. Volatile Flow, picking up an orb of power. Grant your void weapons volatile rounds. We brought it back. We're doing volatile rounds again. Yay. And not just on Gyrfalcon Hunters. Okay, everyone's going to be happy about that. Column 4. Man, there's so much. Bricks and Beyond. Defeating a powerful combatant with a void weapon has a chance to generate heavy ammo for you and your teammates. Let me just say, like, as we work through this, I really appreciate that none of this is like one energy bow handling, and like there were just so many useless artifact perks. The problem now is going to be, since so many of these are good, how do you pick just 12? Although I imagine the new loadout system you can save your artifact mods. No, maybe, I'm not sure. But that seems like that would be a good addition to that, given how they work now. Okay. Bricks and Beyond. Defeating a powerful combatant with Void has the chance to generate heavy ammo for you and your teammates. On any Void weapon? Jeez. And any powerful combatant? So any yellow bar or champion, I'm guessing? Interesting. Okay. Flare up. Firebolt grenades apply more scorch stacks. Damaging combatant with the firebolt grenade spawns a fire sprite near them. That's kind of fun. Origin Hones. Weapons with the noble... all these traits are overcharged when that modifier is active. Oh... Okay, so this, all of these weapons, so this includes last season's weapons from Seraph, and then the new ones can be overcharged if you have this on. That's good. They're really, I didn't know how much stuff they were going to do with overcharge, but this is a lot of stuff. Allied Unraveling. Rapid final blows with a strand weapon grant your weapon unraveling rounds with a longer duration near allies. Okay, so this is like the strand jolts. I'm assuming unraveling rounds is like strand jolts or strand volatile rounds. I don't know if unraveling rounds will be like a literal weapon perk, or if this is going to be like, because jolts is something you can get on a weapon, but you can't, or volt shot, or for solar incandescent, but you can't get like volatile rounds on void. So I'm wondering what type this will be. Counterweave. When you are a member of a fire team, Suns or defeats champions, you gain energy for your least charged strand ability. It's fine, I guess. It's, I don't know. If you only pick 12 mods with all these other ones. Stranded Reach. Destroying a tangle with a strand weapon creates a larger and more damaging explosion. That seems like that would be good, especially when compared with that other destroying a strand thing that suspends targets. Rain of firebolts. When you have firebolt grenades equipped, gain a second charge. Okay, so they really want us to use firebolt grenades this season. That's very specific. Void weapons channeling. You gain a temporary bonus to void weapon damage after you defeat a target with a void weapon while at least one of your void abilities is fully charged. Okay, this damage bonus increases based on the number of fully charged void abilities you have. Okay, so this is like surplus but with a damage bonus, essentially. Interesting. That sounds kind of cool, even if it makes you not want to use your abilities. Medieval champion. Well, this is a whole paragraph. Glaives you wield fire a powerful explosive payload that stuns unshielded combatants. So it's just unstoppable glaives, but also, no, this is a bunch of stuff. Okay. Additionally, glaives are always overcharged when that modifier is active. And then this, in the same thing, landing consecutive hits with a sword disrupts combatants, stunning them, lowering its overload. So it's anti-overload swords. So anti-overload swords and unstoppable glaives, and both of those are overcharged when an overcharge modifier is active. Interesting. That seems probably pretty good. Prismatic transfer. When you cast your super, each member of your fire team with a subclass damage type different than yours gains a bonus to weapon damage. I don't know. I don't like things based on casting your super just because it does not come up that often. So like maybe for like the boss DPS phase, I guess that's where that's useful. And it depends what the bonus is and if it overrides other buffs. I guess we'll have to do testing on that. Okay. Whew. That's a lot. It's all the artifact mods. So really, really like that they've trimmed pretty much all of the fat here. There were like, I don't know, at least 40 to 50% of the artifact mods were just things you would never even remotely consider using, but I'm really not picking out very many here that just seem like outright bad. Like this whole column is interesting about reducing costs of armor mods, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm impressed by that. Not just the perk system, but the way they're doing this now. I think because you can only pick 12 now, that they're a little more okay with doing more significant ones because they know you can't just like have all of them. All right, new ways to defeat champions. In our build crafting article, we stated there would be new ways to counter champions in Nightfall. After showcasing a seasonal weapons you're used to do so, refresh that information and throw in one or two more details. Okay, so they're just listing everything. Okay, so exotics with intrinsic anti-champions, weapons that have anti-champion perks, subclass. They've already gone over these. The verbs work no matter how they are triggered. So if you are Radiant because a Solar Hunter used an acrobatic dodge near you, you will shoot anti-barrier rounds until Radiant wears off. So it doesn't even have to be something that you have done yourself. If you use a weapon with Chill Clip, the slow effect will stun overloads, and the Shatter will stun unstoppables. While Radiant, the same weapon, could pierce barrier champions, but not stun overloads. Okay, so it overwrites. You can't have multiple things doing the same thing at the same time. This is like when you try to give an intrinsic anti-champion weapon like a mod for the season, it doesn't work. But this does confirm like your Riptide can theoretically stun all three types of champions. Exotics with an anti-champion status effect won't get the pierce effect when applying Radiant. Yeah, okay, so this is one example. Aegers will slow and stun an overload champion, but not a barrier pierce one if the player is Radiant. There's an exception for weapons able to scorch since ignitions require build up in order to stun. Okay. Alright, Become Legend. Whether you're a solo player in a full fire team, there's no wrong way to play the Lightfall campaign. We know you all love the legendary difficulty that debuted at the Witch Queen, so we made it the entire crux of the game. So we wanted to talk about how it will work in Lightfall. With the goal of balance changes and survivability across fire team sizes, 1, 2, 3, legendary difficulty scales based on the size of your fire team. Incoming damage, damage required to stagger an enemy, enemy health, and the amount of revives are a few things that scale on legendary for each member of your fire team. In the Lightfall campaign, we reduce the health scaler on combatants to better balance solo and fire team play when compared to last year's legendary campaign. Yeah, okay, so this is like Operation Seraph Shield syndrome, where it had like legendary campaign difficulty, and if you tried to do it with a fire team, it was just like ridiculously harder than it was solo. I guess this was always true. I just never had a reason to run the legendary Witch Queen campaign with a fire team since I just soloed that in the first place, but they are changing that. Enemies will still have more overall health than larger fire teams, and the Cabal in general have higher base health than other combatant factions. Yeah, I figured that was true. This will help bring solo and fire team difficulty closer together. Additionally, the damage required to stagger combatants is reduced during the Lightfall campaign. Make no mistake, the Shadow Legion and their new technology are extremely formidable foes, and we're not even going to talk about Tormentors, so eyes up Guardian because it won't be easy. Yeah, they have not shown us any actual Tormentor gameplay, like just very brief snippets. And in the hands-off preview I saw, they didn't fight any Tormentors, so very curious how that's going to go. Okay, so this is the free weekend. Starts February 23rd at 9 a.m. PST, which is 2.5 hours ago as I'm recording this. And it ends... it ends on Xbox at midnight Eastern on February 26th. But for some reason, PlayStation, Steam, MS Store, Epic Games Store, it ends the next morning, February 27th. So, wait a minute. So is this Xbox February 26th? Is that... Okay, so that's like midnight. Okay, so it is... You do get all day Sunday to play even on Xbox. This is till noon reset on Monday, the 27th. I don't think... My guess is they're not just trying to screw over Xbox. I'm guessing this is like something to do with the Xbox Store and like when they change over servers to like make something free or paid. I don't think they're just trying to screw Xbox because they're owned by Sony now out of 12 hours of overnight Witch Queen play. Yeah, for Xbox players, you must visit the Witch Queen page on the store's platform to claim access. Okay, yeah, so I'm guessing it has something to do with that. For everyone else, you just have to log in and Witch Queen will be available. Again, don't think this is malicious. It's just probably something with how the Xbox Store works. You can do Legendary Campaign, Vox Obscura, Wellspring, Vow of the Disciple. You can do all of it, and you can keep all of the loot. You don't have to download any content. The Witch Queen Standard Edition will just unlock in your installed game. Yeah, so it's always installed because we have like the Throne World and the Strikes and stuff that is technically free to play. So there's nothing to really install there. Similar situation with Beyond Light. Since this expansion is still free for PS Plus, you can go do that. Yeah, get Stasis. This will be unlocked. So this is like a permanent grab on PS Plus. So if you unlock Stasis there, you will permanently have Stasis on PlayStation, but not other platforms. Redeem it before March 6th. So that's in 2 weeks. So it's almost ending. Prime Gaming, sure. Nightfall downtime, 24-hour downtime. Oh, okay. So servers are just straight up being brought offline. So that's why Witch Queen doesn't go until, like straight up Nightfall launch. No, I don't think there's like a last minute cutscene or something like we saw before. I think that's all over at this point. Bunch of rewards, deadline, cross save, legacy collection. Okay. I thought they fixed a lot of these weasel errors, but yeah, and Xbox players are re-downloading the update. I haven't heard about that. And then this is movie of the week. Oh, a violin cover of Deep Sun Lullaby. I'm gonna listen to that later. And I don't know what's going on here. Callus becoming a spider tank. All Callus related. Good. Very good. Okay. So for this week, big love to all the teams who come together to make these twabs happen. Bruno, your twabs are very good. I know you're relatively new, but shout out to how good your twabs are. They require time, patience, love, all coming from several teams at Bungie. Teamwork makes the dream work. We know the last days before new Destiny 2 expansion launches are nerve-wracking. We make the game, but after all, let's try and take it easy. For now, keep working on the seasonal challenges you might have left, or consider spending some time catching up on everything else coming to the game on YouTube before new content drops. Just be ready for what's coming before our end begins. Hasta luego. Okay. So, yeah, big twab. Not super surprised given that we're almost launching here. These are significantly important artifact mods. I really think this is going to... A lot of these seem like they have the potential to, dramatically alter things this season. But we don't really know exactly how everything will feel because they're changing so much stuff. Like the whole armor charge system, like the whole mod system, like there's a lot of changes. But at baseline, all of this sounds very impressive. So, and then they made those additional changes to rewards, which they're essentially increasing Nightfall rewards. But I do think there's probably more they need to do there, but I guess that's a start. Okay, so go play Witch Queen if you haven't. If you're 20 minutes into a Destiny 2 video, again, I think you've played Witch Queen, but otherwise I'll be writing a PSA article. My recommendation is for people to mainly focus on, you have 3 days, so I would focus on probably like a campaign playthrough because I think it's such a good campaign, or I guess maybe Legendary. I don't know if people are who are playing are going to be necessarily geared up for that or whatever, but it's a good challenge for, I guess, newer players. Anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, I was out this morning, so I didn't write anything until right now, but I will be back with more normal coverage. I will be covering or have reactions to the State of Play launch trailer on Twitter. I'm probably not going to do a separate post on that. Maybe I'll do a video on it tomorrow if it's cool enough, or if they show something particularly crazy, but I guess we'll see. Yep, I am getting excited. Only a couple of days away here now, 118 hours something away. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon. Take care.